That's a fun song to do.
I have to retune here, so somebody...
So, I hope, Bernard, you're not upset. It's supposed to say German beer in the song, but I figured I'm in an Irish town, so I should say Irish beer. I changed the words, so I don't think Pete would mind. So, Steve is warming up for a tune that it never fails to choke me up getting through it, so I'm really going to try. But it's a beautiful, beautiful song that Pete wrote. And, you know, Pete he was our, I guess he was, in many ways he helped us get through very difficult times by singing through them. And many things we thought and felt as a people he would put into words and sing. And he told me more than once that keep it simple. And he was right, because simple things are powerful things sometimes. And this is a simple, powerful song that we're going to do. Steve does a wonderful rendition of this. And you can sing it with us if you know it. Please do. It's called Old Devil Time.
He was so complex, though.
Actually, this is a piece of movie music. He got a call one day from Otto Preminger and saying, "Are you the Pete Seeger who writes songs?" And in a Viennese accent, which I can. Pete said, "Well, yes, and well, I'd like you to write a song for one of my movies." And Pete said, "Okay." Make a long story short, but he had trouble coming up with just the right song. This was for a movie called "Say You Love Me, Junie Moon."
Tell me that you love me,
Tell me that you love me, Junie Moon. And he came up with 3 or 4 things, but he wasn't really happy with any of them. But they came when he had to fly out to California and sing them for Preminger. And he goes through one and another and the third, and you can tell that Preminger's not really too impressed with these songs. But he said, well, we have to go down to Los Angeles from where they were, and we'll listen again down there. Well, during the flight down, Pete managed to come up with yet another song and sang it for Otto Preminger. And he said, that's the one. You were saving that all along just for me, weren't you? Yeah, right.
And that's this song.
Old devil time, I'm gonna fool you now. Old devil time, you'd like to bring me down. But when I'm feeling low, my lovers gather round and help me rise to fight you one more time. Old devil fear, you with your icy hand. Old devil fear, you'd like to freeze me cold. And when I'm so afraid, my lovers gather round and help me rise to fight you one more time. No storm nor frost nor fire can ever beat us down. No wind that blows but carries us further on. And you who fear, my lovers gather round, and we will rise to hear your lies. My lovers gather round and help me rise to thank you one more time. No storm nor fire can ever bring us down. No wind that blows but carries us further on. And you fear, my lovers gather round. We will rise to sing it one more time. And we will rise to sing it one more time.
Well, the next song is by a woman named Pat Humphreys, and with her singing partner, Sandy Opata, they formed a group called Emma's Revolution. And I really think this song captures the way that Pete helps support a lot of people. And so it's called Sing People Sing, and that's what made Pete happiest. He certainly had very intense arrangements with the almanacs and a lot of other people, but then he just always taught his songs to so many of us. And that's what Pat captured in this song. She actually was in the hospital when he died, and I'd left about 5 o'clock that night. And when Pete's daughter, Tina, said, "Would you go up to the cabin?" Because the house had been left alone, and Pat got to the cabin without Toshi there, who had died a few months earlier, and Pete not there. She lit the fire, the house became warmer, but it was just so different without them. And so this song is Pat's words that she started thinking about all the things that he had meant to her, and this is a song called Sing People Sing. And has also a chorus you can sing along on. Ready? When I was 4, I had a toy made of plastic and of joy, a magic musical machine. From a drum, a stick, a string. I couldn't know as I would play I'd live to meet the man one day, playing songs that shaped my life and taught the world to sing. Oh, hear the banjo ring, hear the people sing. Oh, change is everything. Sing, people sing. And that is the chorus. And it's simply, oh, hear the banjo ring, hear the people sing. Hear the people sing. Hope changes everything. Oh, changes everything. Sing, people sing. Sing, people sing. Summer of my 18th year, San Francisco he'd appear. I jumped upon a trolley car, alone and wondering. The grove was full when I got there. People came from everywhere, climbed a redwood by the stage to watch the reveling. Oh, hear the banjo everything. Sing, people, sing. Years went by, I got a call. Festival in early fall along the Hudson River shore, a harvest gathering, asking me to volunteer to keep the river clean and clear, celebrate the river's life and all the gifts she brings. Oh, hear the banjo ring, hear the people sing. Everything. Sing, people, sing. You stood up to McCarthy's rage, rallying for a living wage, rode with Woody, marched with Dr. King. You patiently brought us along, taught us each and every song. With Toshi by your side, you could do most anything. Together we create a force beyond imagining. As I stood by your dimming light, I felt the spark in me ignite, that I would trade it all today to hear the banjo sing. Oh, hear the banjo ring, hear the people sing. Everything. Sing, people, sing. Oh, hear the banjo ring, hear the people sing. Oh, changes everything. Sing, people, sing. Pat Humphreys also wrote, we are living neath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. She wrote lovely songs also. And Pete would often, I would sit and I'd be making dinner or doing something there, and they'd be talking about songs. Which is great. I get to learn all the songs.
Well, I think we've come to the last song.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
And it was certainly hard for us all to see Pete have to go, and it was time to go. And we did get a chance to say goodbye and sing some songs to him while he was in Columbia Presbyterian. Genia called Betty, Betty called me and Steve, and we went down.
I called Steve, and you know, it was a Sunday night. I'd just come back from a music weekend, the People's Music Network, and driving back with some people I didn't know that well, and I got a call, and it was Kitama, his grandson, the same little guy that I rocked when he was 6 months old and spent a lot of time with. And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm halfway back from New York City. I just had this great music weekend." And he said, "Do you want to come back?" And I said, "Well," and he said, and then he told me that Pete was in the hospital, and people had been coming in to sing, and so I went to Steve, and I said, "Steve, I want to go to New York with me tomorrow? And he looked at me like, I have to work tomorrow. Are you crazy? And I said, you don't want to go even if you can go sing for old Pete? And he dropped everything and came, and so did Paul.
So it was...
I don't know, he lived such a public life. And I lived at his house for a year. So I saw the way he lived. And he'd get up at 4 and 5 o'clock and he'd whistle. And he'd just whistle and whistle and whistle. And then, 2 years later, he'd put words to that tune. And I don't know if anybody in my own family would have allowed me to stay at their house for a year. Heard everything going on, and not
Bradley,
leave me.
can I interject? I lived in his house all my life.
There you go, Joe.
That's it.
I couldn't say it better than
Thank you.
Thank you.
Continue.
So Betty has shared some of her experience with the Seegers, and we all in some way or another have a deep connection to them, and in some ways, and I know there are others out there in the world, we sort of saw them as spiritual parents, Pete and Toshi.
Kind of. She took me places my own mother was not willing to take me. She was great.
And we knew that they were always teaching us. They were always nudging us. And, Toshi said, you should be on the board of directors of Clearwater, Paul. Go ahead. And I did it at 23 years of age. And, but we always sort of, they always sort of prepared us for the eventuality that they wouldn't be here with us. And that's a true teacher, I think. And this last tune that we're going to do is, I think for me, is Pete's message that he just came to his mind and he put it out there because he knew that he wouldn't always be with us. So it's called Well May the World Go. So you can sing it with us, and thank you very much for being here tonight. And thank you very much for the Clifton Arts Week and all the organizers and all the work that goes into it. It's a wonderful thing, and we're privileged to be here. So
Thank you, Brendan, and everybody else did so
Everyone.
much. And Lynn, and Dave.
1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to give you a chance to try it again with us. Comes around a lot. So let's try it again. Oh, well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Oh, well, may the skiers turn, swimmers turn, the lovers burn. Peace may the generals learn when I'm far away. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Again. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Play it, Steve. Sound, the banjo play the oboe, dancers swinging round and round when I'm far away. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. To tell me I should write music, write songs. So I wrote a verse to this song. The next verse. And I hope you like it. Oh, well, may the teachers teach, the children learn, and the preachers preach. A peaceful world is within our reach when I'm far away. fresh may the breezes blow, clear may the waters flow, blue above and green below, when I'm far away. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. A cappella. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Again. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away.
That's just you guys.
Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Thank you all very much. We are Betty and the Baby Boomers. And Lynn and Dave. What a crowd. I'm telling you, it's a Sunday night, it's late. Any teachers out there? See, they're all sleeping because they have kids to deal with tomorrow.
You know, I cannot tell you what Pete and Toshi meant to me. And I can't tell you either what you all in Clifton means to me. To me, it's, you know, it's the same kind of wonderful, great stuff. Thank you so much. Someday I'll write the song about what Clifton means to me, because I come here and my little narrow Midwestern stuff just gets cracked open. I've been in New York for a while, so I've been working on it. But here, you know, you go to the poets and you go to the music and
then we got you.
oh, thank you, thank you, thank you all.
We're going to close out with a song that Pete did not write, but Pete helped to make it the #1 song actually in the States back in the early 1950s as part of the Weavers. And they got so sick of hearing it that I think Woody at one point walked into a bar and they were playing the song on the jukebox and he said, "I'm gonna shoot that damn jukebox if they play that song again."
And a teacher that I worked with once for a short time, she said, "I hope you don't do that song." And we do. Some people have no taste.
That's why I'm here.
You know,
Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Last Saturday night I got married. Me and my wife settled down, but here I am in Clifton. And then I decided to come to Clifton to take a little walk around town. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in
the seas run by. Our angel turned her back on me, gonna take morphine tonight.
Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Stop your rambling, stop your gambling, stop staying out late at night. Go home to your wife and your family and stay by the fireside crying. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams.
Once more, Rockefeller.
Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. In my dreams.
Thank you all very, very much.
Before Betty and the Boomers leave the stage, I just want to thank them very, very sincerely. We're all 60s, those of us who remember at heart, and certainly the voice of Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie and brought a particular time. What are you saying, Joe?
I said it was a beautiful evening. Don't flatter yourself, because I can do it better.
I just want to
Continue,
thank.
please.
I want to thank Steve for coming here every year for the past, since 1987, I think, that's when the connection was first made. So Clifton Arts Festival must mean something to them when, through their own efforts, they save their airfares to come and enhance our festival by their presence. The great Seamus Ennis, before he died, gave his pipes to Liam O'Flynn. And Liam O'Flynn was asked, "Why did Seamus Ennis give you the pipes?" And Liam replied, "He knew that I could play them." When Betty and Steve were close to Pete as he died, in some way he passed on his spirit of what he wished for America by the involvement of community activities, the arts, cultural events, education of young children, of adults, of community activities. I suppose in a way, Clifton Festival and all festivals would be something that Pete would be very proud of. So his spirit is very much alive here this evening. I had the privilege just twice in Carnegie Hall of seeing Pete Seeger, and I'll just never forget the impact, as all great folk singers have. We don't have to pass any more or any further than Christy Moore. And another great singer and close friend of Pete Seeger, who has come to Clifton very often, is Tommy Sands, and he has spoken very, very often of what Pete meant to him. So we just want to sincerely thank Steve, Paul, Lynn, Jean, Betty, Robin and Dave for a really memorable. I've often felt that they've come to Clifton very, very often, as I've said, and when the committee meet afterwards, someone would say, "Were the Boomers ever sufficiently thanked publicly?"
Well,
So
about time.
About time, Joe.
What about Lynn Seeger? What about Lynn Seeger?
Shall-
Nice. Lynn Seeger, where are you?
Joe, did you do a drawing of Lynn Searcy yet? So,
If I would have thought a little more, I would have asked Joe to do and I don't know if you'd take this challenge now, a picture of Pete.
I would.
So you know, I won't hold my breath. Okay.
so
My
sincere
breath is
thank you
endless.
for a very wonderful evening. So, thank you.